Okay, welcome to Monday night webinar. So just want to confirm someone interested that sound is good and that you can hear me nice and clearly. That'd be great. Okay. So we got tonight. Yes, Bob and Gina. So, sounds good. Okay. Well, let's start then. Now, it's obviously the coronavirus is having impact in the market, and that, which is good. I mean, in the way that it creates volatility, not that it's good for everything else, but much like Mr. Trump and Brexit and tomorrow's likely rate cut in the Aussie dollar, they all have impact on our charts. And the beauty is, generally our charts would reflect that usually before it happens, because money is already being positioned from the big players, etc. So now, just to go over some settings in case last week when I was indicating what the settings were, the 1 hour TMA and slope, the multiplier is 1.236. Okay. Now, 1.236 is a Fibonacci number, and it's bigger than the average true range. So it's a good indicator of what average is. So price can obviously overshoot it, as we can see in the M5. Okay, when it wants to go and hit a target. Yeah. Because the price has got momentum going down, it always has a target in mind. And here you can see that we've got the first support band. Yeah. And once it's hit there, they'll be happy, and we should start to expect the to consolidate and then present to move up. Okay, but not yet, because we can still see that there's still sign of leftover momentum in this part. You can still see a solid pink center line, our orange lines above the center line. Okay, our windows 3, 4, and 5 are all pink, so this there. Okay, so price still has downward pressure, so it wouldn't be any time soon to enter in a buy. It supports us if we're in our sell, that it's going to hit that target. All right, over here, the orange line's gone out of the M5 river, so implies additional momentum, downward momentum. So it supports everything else that we see in our separate indicators. Now, over here, once again, is an important line identifying a time vertical line. Okay, so it's independent of the river or that to draw it when there's a significant exponential moving average cross. Okay, so what it does is whenever that time turns up, it's like an alarm. It draws a vertical line to mark a candle that we can assess, and in this case, every 6 o'clock during the week. It comes up, it says this candle assess, just like a vertical line, the red ones here. When they come up, what it does is alert us to assess the candle that it's marking, and if it meets criteria, then we can place a trade, and we put all the management trade management lines around the open price of the candle that's been marked. Okay, so here we can see, then when I start talking, price pushing down, reflecting the downward momentum that's being displayed by pretty much all the additional windows, 2, 3, 4, and 5, window 1, solid center line, and the orange line. So there it goes, yeah. Wow. Okay. So just getting there. So roughly the open price of that, and you can see all criteria is met. 151 pips to this point. So let me just push it down. Yeah. So we've got an open percentage line here, 1.236. Quite amazing how price likes all these lines that are drawn independent prior to price actually doing it, you know, achieving it. And that's 1.950075, that open percentage line there. So wouldn't be surprised to see price get very close to 195, where it big spike through it. Okay, so the important line is, once again, just a line that we identify where price characteristics of the currency pair that we are trading is when it's busy, where it consistently produces trade opportunities. So when we pick one of these lines at a time to turn up, so we know that irrespective of waiting for a diamond or a red or blue vertical line to turn up, we know that the timeline is always going to turn up on the time we set it. It's like setting your alarm at 6 o'clock in the morning to wake up. We set these lines, so at 6 o'clock, if that's one of the times we'd like to go and be in front of it, because the line's going to turn up and we'll have a candle that we can assess. And sometimes on there, it's not quite ready to be assessed, but 2 candles afterwards, 3 candles. Okay, a lot of times, like today, it's in the perfect position. Okay, and we can see when the line turned up, 5 candles before, there was a diamond alert entry, a jumping diamond down. Okay, now the other, I've said 2 important timelines, because pound Aussie does have Aussie in it, so we'd expect that during the Asian session, when Aussie's busy, there will be trade opportunities. Okay, so what you've seen, so I've highlighted with just with a green box, because it saves our mind and eyes having to work. Okay, so you can see here we've reached open percentage of 1.236, and we can see, yeah, there we have spiked through to 195. So, and the 10 o'clock one allows, first of all, for the market to settle down. You know, sometimes at that time the spread can be quite big, but you know, around 10 o'clock, we generally find from there till 11:30, 12, there will be the type of trades that we would like to enter. Remember, we're not looking for 100 trades or 20 trades a day or 5 trades a day. We're looking for 1, occasionally 2 per week. Yeah, and we're on a specific one. The trades we're looking for often will offer us 2, 3, 4 for 1 returns for our risk. Yeah, so, and that's smart trading. So within the first day of trading your week, you're able to go and get a trade that you've entered that is indicated that it could do 3-4 to 1. That means really virtually that's like having one trade a week for 4 weeks. So you don't have to come to work for the next 3 weeks if you didn't want to. Okay, so but if you want to, you can still turn up the other days and go. But that's how this sort of trading works, because we're looking for the and being very selective for the specific trades, and the template's been designed to highlight that. Yeah. Okay, so we just push down a little bit. So yeah. So there's the next target it's looking for. If it gets there, certainly move down there to the second band. Okay, so after that, really, when it gets to the second resistance band, the next half an hour or so, we would expect to go and start seeing it consolidate. All right, so let's get back and make it bigger and squeeze it. Okay, let me stop and just see if there's any questions or anything I might have missed out. No, Gina, Bob? Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to expand my 1 hour time frame. Okay, so looking at our 1 hour time frame, we can see that pound Aussie did hit a high, an extreme high, and is now looking for a low. Okay, you can see that our pink shading in window 2 is pink, and that our orange and our red and yellow line have still not found the bottom yet. So this is where we have the high time frame indicating to us the amount of momentum and where it's pushing price towards. So everything's indicating down. We have a confirmed vertical red line. So you can see the vertical red line there. That happened basically at 10 o'clock in the morning, yeah. So jumping diamond, so just the high. Now at that open of this morning, the spread may have been 12 or 20 pips, etc. But certainly that would have been, may have met the diamond entry. And if not, the vertical line. Once again, the vertical line may have met criteria then and there, or 2 or 3 candles later as it bent down. But yeah, no, orange line's well above it. So, okay, I see that there was a question in chat, so let's have a look over the settings. Okay, we'll do that, Gina. All right, so over from this morning, open price there, where we had a jumping diamond. I wanted to go low, which was lower than that, which suggested that that it was going to go outside the riverbank, because it had to go lower than the nearest previous low. Okay, so, and then the opposite channel line. And once you've got the opposite, well, the channel line's pretty much inside that first resistance, yeah. So And as a trade, when this is all happening, your 5 minutes was showing it. So virtually it was telling you at that stage it was 100 plus pips on the 5 minutes. Stop loss default's 20 pips. So it was off basically a 5 to 1 opportunity. Yeah. Okay. So we do have I'll just go there, screenshot. Desktop. Okay. Okay, so this is a screenshot of Pound Aussie this morning around 11:50. Okay. I'll take you to what the H1 looked like at 11:50. You can see the diamond outside the white bands. Yep. You can see window 2, pink shading, saying that's basically what it says is reached a multi-time frame high for both the H1, H4, and daily. Okay, so price was found that a high in 3 different time frames, higher than 2 time frames higher than H1. Okay, so jumping diamond environment. So once again, had to go past that red diamond that's below it. So we had a very firm destination that was going to, price was definitely going to pass. We can see just the bottom of that H1 screen, we can see the support zone, the red support, first support zone. Okay, so if it's going to go past that, the nearest big support band is attracted to price. We've got a very good indication of what's attracting it. So if it's going to pass this diamond, what's an attraction that we can see? Okay, and virtually, and here's our 10 o'clock important line that gives us a time that to mark a candle that we can assess. Okay, and from there we can see price has a very high probability of definitely reaching that first support band. Moving over to our M30, once again, window 2 shows us shading for the M30, H1 and H4. Okay, to move downwards. Okay, so and that where the yellow line marking the special candle at 10 o'clock, criteria would have been met for an entry. Yep, as did the 5 minutes, as did the 15. Okay, and we have the destination, which we can clearly see from H1. So a lot of confidence that at minimum 3 to 4 to 1 we would have not, and probably didn't have to trade for the rest of the week. Okay, so let's get back to what's any questions about that's right. So this shows you how useful when you first open your computer, refresh the charts, and do your report lines, etc., routine, take a screenshot. Because a lot of the times, all the information you need for that session's trading is right in front of you. Okay, the most important thing is direction and high probability target. And then when the opportunity comes, the alerts, secondary alerts, primary alerts. Primary alerts are the blue and red vertical lines. Secondary alerts are the vertical timelines that are dictated by a specific time that we or that I have selected for those currencies, because they're consistently around that time. They're obviously very good opportunities, and the diamonds. Okay, so very clear, easy things to see. The settings of the river is pulled in tighter to highlight when the diamonds are outside of it, to once again highlight the pull of price action and this desire to come back inside the river, at least back to the center line. And if it's been outside the river, not only would it like to get to the center, a lot of the times it wants to get to the opposite riverbank. As you can see from that screenshot, that's exactly what price has done. And then looking at the live market as it is right now, you can see, and we'll see in a sec, that's exactly what it's done, yeah. Just refresh that. So I'm just refreshing the M30 chart. Okay. So yeah, because we could see that the fibber lines were just a leftover from when it was saved last time, yeah. Just refresh that as well. Okay. So the additional profit, or where you can let your trade run, those sort of things I don't expect you to get straight up, but at least if you've got the charts and taken a screenshot and asked the question either during the trade, etc., and the feedback, and then following through and allowing it to go a little bit, run a bit more, you'll be able to stretch yourself to be able to go and include in your normal trading to extend your profits when the opportunity presents and you've got lots of support from multiple time frames and the support and resistance bands that are done by this template. Okay, so here we see that it's there. It's at the resistance band, and because it's well outside and it's the extreme buy zone, yeah, it's well outside both river banks. You can see from that point where it's already retraced 40, nearly 44 pips, yeah, because it's pushing down and it's got a destination. And what I mean by destination is any report line or levels that have been drawn by the indicators. Okay, open percentage, resistance bands 1 and 2, support bands 1 and 2. These are automatically drawn from the previous days of trading and likely destinations of price. When it has momentum, there's where price has enough muscle to hit these and even exceed and go to the next one. Okay, so now to go over the rest of the indicator settings. Okay, so the orange line, okay, $13.2086. Okay, because what we're doing here, we're filtering out all the in-between noise because we want to highlight the trades where the juiciest, most premium trades are. You're only looking for one, and if you wish, 2 trades a week. But once you've done your one trade, there's no necessity. And the beauty about it, if you're trading and it presents itself and there's no necessity because you've already achieved your weekly results, then you really have no pressure, and you'll find as you go along with those trades after you've already achieved your targets, you are less emotional about it. You don't have to go and get your weekly income, lifestyle income, or whatever. Okay, you're able to look at it quite business-like and say, well, that trade makes sense. The special candles marked, it's met all the criteria, tick, tick, tick. And yeah, all those been ticked. The PDF says place trade, apply trade management lines, and you're in it again. Yeah. So now we've done the TMA, the LG TMA current time frame river is, once again, as I said, ATR multiplier is set at 1.236. Yep. The rest of the settings should already be there. Okay. You may have it currently at 1.5. Okay. Okay. One of the other things is we're optimizing our entries, and because we do have this template that helps optimize when there's jumping diamond opportunities, then we can utilize our secondary alerts, which are the diamonds, that when it's going in that direction of momentum, I've actually want to bring those up so that it can highlight the mini highs when price retraces to go down, so that it can give me a firm, it can identify and mark the entry candle for me. So I've set this at 653. Okay, now I've made the alerts all false because these diamonds are going to be occurring a lot more frequently, and I really don't want to go and have the alert sound and noise there because I'm already aware because it's my that session of time that I'm trading. So I already know that's the downtrend or an uptrend already in a trade. I'm just looking for an ideal re-entry, and these help mark the candle, so all the trade management lines can be applied to. Yeah. So okay. So yep, 7:30. So the alerts are coming. Okay, so that's why over here you've got a cluster of diamonds that occurred. Okay, so virtually we've had 3 vertical lines marking candles for trade opportunities to be assessed, and we had 2 blue diamonds as secondary alerts to allow us in that trade, and then we had 6 p.m. yellow line on top of the vertical line that marked that candle. So really in that space from 4 o'clock through to 5 o'clock through to 6 o'clock, we got presented with all 3 entry alerts to be assessed and into that trade. Yeah, so if I just put the right there between all these candles and move down to where it ended up, yeah, 216 pips. So even at the first band, we would have been very happy, yeah? Okay, so once again, the settings for these diamonds are now incorporated in the refinement specifically to mark up and help us with our trade management, because you not only need a candle to be marked so you know where to apply your trade management lines so that you have the same consistency that you do with the vertical lines, etc. So that means our rules apply the same to anything we assess, and preferably we would like to have the alert to go mark the candle, the special candle. Okay, so there. So we've got all window 1 settings. Window 2 settings. Okay, 72, 45, 27 is our setting. Okay, what it shows us is the yellow line. Okay, so it just keeps it longer, because what I want to do with window 2 is exploit the big multi-time frame high diamonds, highs and lows. Yep, so it can help us predict or to indicate the price wants to go higher or lower. Okay, so it becomes proactive. Okay, and settings for all the other time frames should really be there in your current settings of 13, 20, and 10. Okay, so for the 5 minutes and the 15, we use up to the time frame 3, which is 3 times frame higher than the chart time frame. So in this case, the 5 minute uses up to the 1 hour, which is time frame 3, 30 minutes, which is time frame 2, and the time frame high, which is M15, and the current time frame. Okay, but the shading is only dependent, and once the 30 minute and hour to both be looking for up or higher or lower. Yeah. So the main thing is trend settings basically set at 26. Yeah. Okay, so that means 26 candles. So we're looking at a 5 minute time frame. 12 candles, 12 5-minute candles, 1 hour. 24 is 2 hours. So it's just over 2 hours of the previous 2 hours of candles it uses to work out the moving average against the river center line to give you some momentum. Okay, so that's, and windows 3 and 4 once again are the same. Yep. Okay, yeah. Okay, 26. Okay, so, and window 5 is the same. Okay. Only difference is each one of them, the trend price is set at 2, 0, and 3. Okay, the 3 is at 0, but they're already preset. They've already been set in your current one. Okay, I've changed the period from 34 to 26. Okay, once again, the refinement with the river sizes, etc. So as you can see, so I can things like that. Because the river is slightly smaller, what it does is produce the sensation and shows the aggressive momentum push down of the orange line to the sort of pink center line. Yeah? So orange line still giving you the greedy line effect. It says you can be greedy. Yep. So if you're in sell trade, virtually means whatever you're aiming for as a conservative, you can double it. Yeah. In this case, it's going to get there and realizes you can be greedy. double, twice the distance. It really wants to go perhaps to the second support band. Okay, here we can see it just consolidating, reached up. All right. So yeah, we don't expect to be able to get in the trade straight away because now it has to go and consolidate, retrace, etc. We've already seen that movement's 40 to 50 pips up from there. Okay. Okay, so well, only 3 minutes to the 40 minutes. So hopefully we've covered everything that you would like to go and clarify how this refined template can help you achieve your personal targets. Can you display settings for H1 option 1, 6, okay, let's go to H1. Okay, so DT zigzag check options. Okay, as you can see, same. This, the settings all up there. Okay, the only thing that changes is that for the 30 minutes and the 1 hour, we only got 2 time frames on it. Okay, so the 1 hour is current time frame 2 is 4 hours, and the pink shading or green shading is actually dictated by the daily candle, the daily high, the daily low. Yeah. Okay, so lots of questions now. Okay, well, okay, sorry, let me just, yes, okay, so Bob just asked, who's my current broker, this account that I have Go Markets, I've had for probably 11 years. Okay, so I have live accounts in both Go Markets, Pepperstone, and yeah, so they're the current ones that I use. Okay, so yeah, so once again, it's your own preference as to if you want to go and have your brokers with that. And I've always said that generally I won't have all my money in one broker's account there. I would spread it as the account got bigger. I would increase the brokers I have, so to 3 and 4, But I still look for the main things that I want from a broker is spread, ease of withdrawing money, and depositing, and regulated broker, and things like that. So, but yeah, so Go Markets and all that time there. I've always kept my original account there, as with Pepperstone and Think Market, etc. Okay, but the primary one that we're using at the broker at the moment is basically like with Go Markets as one of the main ones that we use. Okay, they've been around for a long time, and they're very prompt with the withdrawals, very quick within a day, and the worst is 2 days. So pretty happy with that. Okay, so I've had to say goodbye because time is all complete.